Hey everybody, this is Andrea and I'm back with another home gardening video. I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, join our community. Alright, so y'all know that I talk about the importance of growing your own food, especially in the current times that we're living in. They're putting all type of chemicals, pesticides, all kind of things in the food that we're eating, and it doesn't have to be that way. So I want to encourage you all as much as possible, grow your own food. So right now I got my camera turned. I'm getting ready to reuse the soil in this container. Okay, I am outside, so you may hear all type of, I think that was a frog earlier. Okay, so this was a raised bed that not raised bed, but this was a container that I got a couple of years back from, I think I got this from Lowe's. Okay, I believe it's like a cement mixing container. Just got it, drilled some holes in the bottom. Okay, I had something else planted here last season, so I kind of went through it and I pulled out, you know, weeds and things like that. I just took it, put it in my lawn lawn bag. Okay, the brown kind that, you know, you can get from like Home Depot, Lowe's, places like that. I also, you know, went through it, kind of pulled out roots and things like that. You don't necessarily have to, but you know, that's just what I choose to do. And here it is. You know, I still have this good soil full of organic matter material that's going to break down over time. It has leaves in it. Now this particular potting soil, or potting mix rather, I got it from the local like a local garden supply store. So it already had like so it was a soil mixture of like compost, sand, you know, different nutrients and things like that to help with the soil. So all of this, even the pieces of like wood chips I got on my garden gloves, y'all, all of this is going to break down over time. So I'm not too much worried about that. I'm not even worried about leaves. Okay, you don't have to throw your soil away. Please don't throw your soil away unless it's, you know, a case of where it's like contaminated, or maybe some type of chemical spill or something happened to where it's just not safe to grow anything. I'm telling you, just reuse your soil. Okay, so I have this going. I also have, I use this quite often in my gardening. I'll show you all right here. This is organic blood meal, all natural plant food for organic gardening. Okay, it's a good source. It provides nitrogen for flowers, vegetables, trees, and shrubs. Just helps it to, you know, it helps give it that, your vegetable plants, that lush green color, that healthy green color. And you know, you can do your research on this, y'all. There are other things that you can add to your soil. I encourage you to do your research and do what you feel like is best for you. Okay, so basically I just took some of that, and I've already put some, but I'll just show you. Okay, I took some of the blood meal, and you can measure it. Okay, I kind of got some practice with this, right? Some good use of this. So I'm not putting too much because I've already sprinkled some, but I just sprinkle it in. Now on the back of the instructions, okay, on the back of the bag, it says you can use 1 pound equals 3 cups, and then it depends on how much growing space. It says application rules: normal feeding 1 pound per 100 square feet. Well, I know I don't have 100 square feet in this container, so again, I'm just kind of, you know, eyeballing it. All right, and I just mix that in. Okay, I got my garden gloves. Now I need to add more soil to this because I'm actually going to take some collards that I have. Okay, some that I started in buckets, and I gotta water it so it look a little bit droopy. Okay, y'all, listen, when your plants look like this, all it needs is just probably some water and some nutrients. As you can see, okay, this soil is pretty dry, so I need to water it. So that's why the leaves look like that, but I'm not necessarily worried about it because I know exactly what I need to do to get it going. Okay, now I'm going to add some more soil to this raised bed. Now I keep saying raised bed, y'all, to this container. This is a soil blend that I picked up at the local store. local garden center. I'm using Incredible soil, okay, planting mix. The bag says it's a natural soil blend of high quality ingredients, okay? So I've already used some of it, so I'm just gonna take it, just dump it out. I'm just adding it to it, just like that. See how that looks? And I'm gonna just mix it in. Okay, I'm using my hands. Okay, I also have a little shovel I can use to kind of mix and scoop and stir everything in together. Okay, so I'm doing that. And just like that, y'all, I have more soil. Now, what I also am going to do is, okay, I knew that happened earlier. Okay, what I'm also going to do is, my bucket broke when I went to grab it. I'm actually going to take these out. Okay, I have about 1, 2, 3, I have about 4 plants in this one bucket. It needs some more space, so what I am going to do is, I can take it out like this. I'm going to separate these, okay? And I'm also going to use the soil that's already in here, okay? So I'm going to take the plants that are already there, just lay them to the side. And I'm going to use this soil that's also in this bucket, okay? So all I got to do is just take it like this. Just like that, okay? I can take the same bucket, use it for something else later. All right. So now what I'm gonna do, see how I have even more soil now? I'm just gonna take it. Actually, let me put these over to the side. I wanna be careful with the root system there. I don't wanna completely destroy the root system. I'm just gonna lay this over to the side until I get ready to use it. Again, I'm making sure that I'm mixing this up pretty good. And look, y'all, you may even get some, see how that's a worm? Y'all see that right there? Those are good for your soil, okay? So I wanna keep that in the soil because if nothing else, okay, it's gonna help, as the earthworm travels throughout the soil, okay, it's creating, like, how can I describe it, air pockets. So it's making sure, I guess, so to speak, can air out the soil. Okay, here's another one. So you're gonna find all type of, I'll say little critters of nature. There was another one, this one right here. All right, there's another one right there. It's not really moving. And they will also help to break down the matter that's in the soil as well. Okay. When you're going through your soil, sometimes you'll find little things like this. You can just, toss it out if you wish. Get out the little weed pieces. You can also just take it, and kind of shake the soil off of the roots. Just like that. Again, this, I'm not worried about the sticks and the leaves. That's going to break down. That's organic matter that will break down and help enrich the soil. Okay, and also if I wanted to, again, now that I have a little more soil in here, I can just sprinkle a little more nitrogen That's going to help the soil mixture. Toss it up a little bit. But I'm showing you how you can reuse your soil, okay? All right, now what I'm gonna do next is kind of even it out. Here's another root that I found. Kind of even it out here. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do, got my rainwater here. Okay. I'm gonna fill it in my watering can, because you know, you can have, they're different kind, different sizes. Add a little water to this. Okay, I'm gonna just wet this soil even before I put my collards there, okay? All right, now what I want to do is I want to give these space to grow, right? So I'll probably do, since I have 4, I'll probably put, just go through, I don't know if you can see there, put a hole there, maybe one right here, because collards can get pretty big. Put one there, and also there, okay? So I'll move this back some. So now what I'm gonna do is, just gonna take one. Okay, again. Just gonna put it just like that. Even though the leaf is drooping right now, it won't always be like that, okay? That's another sign that your plant needs water, when you start to see it drooping like that. Okay, this is a pretty big one right here. See how I'm keeping that root ball pretty much intact? Got some new collard leaves growing right there. I'm gonna take this one. Put it just like that. Here's another one. Okay, just trying to make sure that it stays up. All right, you may not be able to see it because of how the camera is, but I'm just taking the other ones, putting them in there. Here's another one. Take these and put them over here. And I actually have one more. Just put a hole right here in the middle. Put the roots down in that hole. just like that. Okay. I planted these back on, let's see, March 9th. I don't know if you can see them, March 9th, 2023. And just stick that there. Now what I'm gonna do is I have some garden tone that I'm gonna use. So again, I just kind of, I'm gonna take off my glove for this. This is what it looks like. I should have showed y'all what the blood meal looks like, but it's like a fine black powder. And what I like to do is just kind of sprinkle it just like that around the drip line. Just like that. So now what I'm gonna do is come back again. Give it a good watering around the base. And again, sometimes your vegetable plants, they'll go through kind of like a little shock, so to speak, for being transplanted. But again, with the proper care, they'll be back in no time. Okay. All right, y'all. So again, I just wanted to show you how to prepare your container beds, how to take the soil that you have already planted with and enrich your soil with the proper nutrients, nitrogen being one of them. Thank you all so much for your support. Please like this video, share this video, leave a comment below.